Okay.
All right, I started the stream. The audio should like maybe be a little more balanced from last time. Everyone's like, turn off your compressor, but then when I laugh, it goes crazy. Anyway, here is where we were last time. It's noon. We have to tell Connor. Final Fantasy 14 in all caps. Oh no, an instant. Oh no. Oh, hold on, everyone.
You do have to do a fight, a combat.
Why is Notepad? You know when you right-click Notepad and it'll show you all the recent ones you've closed? Mr. Computer, do you know what I'm talking about?
No. Do you use Notepad
Really?
or Notepad++?
I use Notepad.
Okay, I use Notepad++.
Well, does it do the same thing?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Have you used Notepad++ recently?
Yes, I have all my lists and things on it.
Okay, can you like right-click it, real quick?
I'm fighting guys.
Yeah, I know,
I'm
but
almost
like you
done
can just
thing.
tab out and right-click it really quickly.
No.
Just see if there's a list of stuff. He's playing Deep Rock Galactic, by the way.
I was doing it the weekly deep dive.
Oh no, he's being psychologically manipulated into playing.
Because I was like, you know what? I'm still in the mood. I'm still in the mood for a bit more. It's a great game. So before we started streaming, I did the thing, and now I'm still playing it. But I'm ready because you're not going to be doing multiplayer content for a little while still.
Let me have the ether now.
Good little while.
Very well.
Do we have to stage it like this? Can we just like, can you do a handshake to give someone ether or something? Like, does it have to be a whole ritual? Oh, great. Would you kill the guy, but don't kill him?
I should miss my mark.
Yeah, Scarmillion is back. He came back, and he's here.
We struck Xenos down and watched him die, but you know.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world.
You really shouldn't have told us that.
I am free to return.
Told us what?
The death doesn't exist in this world. You really screwed up. You really screwed up, like, screwed so many other people up who wanted to do that trick or whatever.
Death doesn't exist.
I don't get what you mean
In the first,
by the
power
trick.
of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging.
Like, let's say some stupid some stupid sorcerers come in and they're like, "Oh, we killed him! Yay! Let's go relax and grill a hamburger." And then while they're grilling, you come out of a portal and stab them in the back.
So you can only do that once, and this guy ruined it right away.
You're not like, there's probably a rule, right? They probably have a rule. Don't say it.
You can only play that card one
But in
time.
the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again.
This again. We're gonna, instead of absorbing too much light, we're gonna absorb too much darkness now.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's.
Ah, the plot thickens.
Waters at the memory.
What?
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must.
Okay, so dragon tastes good. We have confirmation.
They're full of ether, remember?
By my power, be reborn.
Well, yeah, but like, what if that doesn't taste good? What if that's like healthy food? You have to eat it. Like, you eat it because you have to.
I'm pretty sure we've been made abundantly clear that the Void Scent, they love the taste of ether. It's like delicious meal.
Okay. King Kong shit.
We give it to them.
Okay, bye.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
I don't care.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt. And until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger.
He stole his face there.
We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
Bro, we'll be dead. Oh no, wait. Is the live stream a thing here? Actually, I forgot about that.
This lavish feast.
I think it's consistent around all worlds, but you can't go to it in the 13th because there's no death.
Well, I mean, but like, won't your like? There's death for us though, still, right? Or is there just even if we die, even if we die, we come back because we're in the 13th?
I think death still exists for us.
It's so weird that this song plays for this guy. There's definitely a reason, but yeah, I obviously don't know. I never played do game. What are we doing? Ow! Oh my god!
Oh yes, Scarmeleon is one of the 4 elemental fiends from Final Fantasy IV. That's why he gets the Final Fantasy IV boss theme. I think that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But like, he's only one of the 4, not like the guy controlling it, right? Can anyone even hear us right now? This game is really loud. This is the one that makes it so that I cast more quickly.
Presence of
This
mind.
one. Yep. I think they're already dead. I can't really see. Can we zoom out a little? Okay, there we go. That's more like it.
Why were you so zoomed in?
I don't know. You know, it's probably because I was sitting in the chair, right?
Yeah, I bet so.
All right, which one is the DPS one? Q. I'm gonna stand outside of that one.
Q is your damage over time that you reapply over, and E is your hit them. Q and E. That's why you made them Q and E, because you keep going Q and E, and you go holy when there's a lot of it.
I probably I couldn't have.
Cannot die.
Bro, I love circles. Hey, don't come near me, okay? Oops. It doesn't really matter at this point.
Marshawn looks like he could use a little bit of help.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Our foe has manipulated advantage.
Ah, now they're aggroed on me.
We need to drag him out of this damnable beast.
What? I can't, Astidian, I can't hear you. Now we do it in reverse.
Stand together.
I don't have a size yet. That's fine. I'm sure we could keep
The
doing this.
retreat may be in order.
Yo, is that the damn sax? Okay. Quickly, use your smoke screen magic. He just fell over. Like, why do we keep fighting his minions? Why don't we just go over and stab him in the chest like 5 times?
What you do, you cannot hope to win.
Okay, I'm
'Cause he's
finished playing
standing-
I'm done playing Deep Rock Galactic.
You
I
never
finished
know
my
until you
mission.
try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Now I'm gonna log into Final Fantasy 14.
Zero. Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
Was Justinian's face always so blocky? It's funny, I like it.
He's a square-shaped guy.
But I have no reason to share it with you.
Why are you like this?
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing.
An apology for being so mean to us.
Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
Is that the crusty gif? No, never mind. That one was outside.
But that I nevertheless did accept.
She actually cares. She's just trying to be so cool.
She cares like 1%, and the rest of her, the 99%, is the darkness and evil.
Oh, I see. We have to play Reaper.
We have to turn them into Final
They've been
Fantasy crystals.
crystallized.
Well, how the fuck am I gonna do that as a healer?
Trick.
You can't. Only she knows how to do it.
Satisfied?
Completely.
I wouldn't say completely. That guy is still there.
Aid, we can defeat him.
What is this?
Can we just run up?
What have you done?
Elmo, what have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well.
Do you think Zero would wish to have Christmas every day?
You may have missed your mark,
No,
but I won't miss
I
mine.
don't think so.
Okay. Are they waiting for me to initiate? I'm the healer.
A debt is a debt.
Sheesh.
I will
Yeah.
repay you here and
That's the air conditioner, Connor!
Oh yeah, I forgot the air conditioner's on. I should have mentioned. Unless it is the game as well. Yeah, we're not turning that. Ow. These bitches. Tend to the minions first. I don't know if I can really target them.
be gone.
I don't know, I'm not hearing it in the game. I'm hearing a bit of whoosh in the background though, and I'm pretty sure that's the air
Even when I'm not talking?
Or is it, do you have it, you have the noise gate?
I have the noise gate, yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know. I think
Is it
it's
not
only when you're
working?
talking a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what Connor's talking about. But also, I was listening to you talk as well, so I got twice of you. I'm gonna definitely check.
Trickery will not
Cure 3, C? C for cure. 3.
This will hurt.
Yeah, what about that barrier move? I mean, honestly, that's not even necessary. I wonder if Zero can die in this instance. Ow. Help me, gamers. Oh, it's Ben. How do I target myself exactly?
Chris, you gotta heal up.
Yeah, I don't know how to target myself. So I'm just gonna.
It's when you're
Do
not
group
targeting
heals.
anyone, I don't think. If you're not targeting anyone, you're targeting yourself. I believe is how it works.
That's not
Nope.
the right move.
Don't forget to put Dia on him.
I will.
He's not on him right now.
I said I will forget. Yeah, this is like a cacophony of sounds.
Another death.
Combat in this game is just unnecessarily loud for some reason. You have the air conditioner, maybe the game audio is fuzzy as well.
Don't forget, Dia is also an instant cast. There's no casting time. You just press it.
There's
and
an
it happens.
animation time, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a cooldown on your moves, but it doesn't have a casting.
No, like to do the animation and then the end lag. So much
No,
end lag.
It's fine. Every 30 seconds, you put a Dia on. The other one wore off. And he takes a little bit of damage, just a little bit, and that helps. It's every bit of damage. It's important.
Ow.
You're standing on a circle.
Well, I kind of thought that was... Man, get off me.
I don't know.
I thought that was a part of the, like, target. Unavoidable. Ow, I'm bleeding. And I can't get rid of it.
You said you were rusty, so I'm trying to tell you what your gameplay can be improved, but I don't know if that's unwarranted.
Wow, you know, this guy is kind of like a Reaper as well, when you think about it. Bro keeps taking damn damage.
This is magic. We must stop it now.
You want another information?
I'm surprised Zero wasn't like, no. Why should I go in the barrier?
Well,
Fools! Do not think you have defeated me. I will return again and again. What?
Oh no! I'm being turned into a crystal!
What's it heal? What is the meaning of this?
Were you like on your phone during that whole thing, that whole segment with the crystals? Were you like not paying attention?
Feel ether in crystal.
yeah.
Memoria. But how? How can you have this power?
Because I'm so cool.
Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet, Lord Golbez, you have
Golbez?
sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
Ow. His is not special. Looks the same. And then we step on it. We peg it into the ground. Oh my god, the echo! I forgot I had it! You must defeat us. Oh wait, they're only... No, they're a league of bosses. You must defeat my bosses 4!
You You are well.
The 4 elemental fiends from Final Fantasy IV.
I, Golbez, have called you four hither.
It's not my favorite name, I'll be honest.
Golbez from Final Fantasy IV.
Triumph in the coming crusade.
That's not Kulex.
That I
What
may
the hell?
entrust you
Golbez
with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the promised gift?
Me during Christmas.
Anyway, like 60 to 70% of the Endwalker patches is actually just the plot of Final Fantasy IV.
They gotta stop doing this.
So you
All of Dawntrail's plot is gonna be the plot of Final Fantasy IX at this rate.
No, it's not. It's not. I can tell you that. But this one is just like, hey, it's like, and like 40% of it in the patches is like the Final Fantasy XIV twist. Like, there's no 0, and there's no, I don't know. But there's definitely, in Final Fantasy IV, there's 4 elemental fiends, and there's Golbez, and he is evil.
The dragon.
The dragon.
The little victory animations.
The savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether.
All these dragons are contained.
This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Kind of flubbed up his thought there.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my 4
The elemental archfiends, not just the 4 elemental fiends. Pretty sure the fiends is just Final Fantasy 1. I forgot that they were archfiends.
As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether.
Who are you talking to?
Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
You like his big Metroid shoulder pads?
Yes.
Are you all right?
Are we gonna like say what we saw, or is this gonna
The
be a
void
Tears of the
essence
Kingdom
remains.
situation?
But it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria.
Of course.
Scarmelione called them.
Now these ones are Crash Bandicoot crystals because they're
They
purple and long.
are, yeah.
I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria. Hence its name.
You know, Evan, I feel like I can't keep playing this until I play all of Final Fantasy IV, and then I can't move to Dawntrail until I play all of Final Fantasy IX.
And to my knowledge, the transformation.
Okay, let's stop then.
Let's just Alt F4 right now.
It's not the plot of Final Fantasy IV. It's just using similar elements and themes. That's why I only said it's like 60% the plot of Final Fantasy
So ensure
IV.
that I receive my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
I like how the ground is shattered now.
Drinking
It's
juice.
the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
When you run someone.
That makes us even, I trust.
Actually, I kind of wanted a little more.
Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
Okay, now you're gonna
Nah.
talk about it.
Thank goodness.
And everyone learns about the crazy vision you saw.
Resembling a great worm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya.
Can we describe the dragon in more detail for him,
Even
or?
as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
It was dragon, all right. And it was in the 13th, so that means
It could be another one though. That's the big twist.
it was
We've
like
been given
a
much
few.
to
There's
consider.
only like 7
Let us take a
dragons,
moment to
though.
review what we know.
We don't know. Maybe there's an 8th
And
dragon
Midgard
somewhere. A 9th dragon somewhere. His sister got out. She's vibing like on the beach, right? That's what Dawn Trail's about. And then we're just rescuing some other dragon we don't even know about. Honestly, that would be awesome storytelling. Wham. Zero is not going to answer anything. Unless you go to the grocery store for me, I will not answer a question.
There are 6 more quests in 6.2.
You must get me an Ethernet cable from Best Buy.
It's a very transactional place, the 13th.
I love how the lighting on this outfit doesn't work. It's okay, they'll fix it after Dawn Trail. Or during Dawn Trail? Yeah, no,
One of
because
those.
the fidelity patch in general is coming out with Dawn Trail, and then areas in the past are being retroactively fixed after, right? That's what's happening?
Up by 8.0, everything in the game should look good.
Maybe that's what Connor meant when he said 8.0.
No, he was talking about, like... No, he was trying to say that we're doing stuff in the 13th in the Void in the patches, and then we're going to come back here in 8.0, and things are going to happen.
Well, I mean, either is like your life force, right? I feel like having a few pieces of metal is a lot better. Like, I go to the car dealership, I get my car fixed up, I pay them in my life force, and then I just don't want to do anything for the rest of the day. Well, I mean, that's kind of what it's like anyway, but, like, you know what I mean.
Ether, also, in the source, you naturally regenerate it over time. So, it's a renewable resource, and it's not useful as capital.
I mean, I'd rather pay with my life force than with coins. So, there's kind of a hierarchy here, right? Bills, life force, coins.
Did you tweet out that we were live? Yeah, I'm making sure.
Did I make
yeah,
the
okay.
tweet?
Yeah.
Okay, I made the tweet and then also sent
Yep,
it.
You did send the tweet.
Holy crap! Crystal
I remember-
Tower.
You always, sometimes you forget. And I was like, you know what? I haven't checked Twitter.
With the
Check.
crusty Zero gif. God bless the person that uploaded that.
Oh yeah, we already saw that animation. She did that the first time when we were talking last night.
It's because he has the dragon's power. The only one. Wow. Y'shtola's shrugs are so weird. Maybe it's like the fur or something. Let's say you owned a castle, and then some asshole decided to respawn and destroy the floor. And you had to get all of it retiled. It's very expensive. Like, would you even be able to pay for that? Anyway, I'm going the wrong way. What could this mean? This reminds me of that one, like, that one underground, like, clay statue thing in real life. I forget what it's called. It's cool.
I just remembered something about White Mage that may be helpful. The lilies don't cost those moves. The heals that cost lilies only cost lilies. They don't cost MP.
I thought that was how lily moves worked in general.
Yes.
Are you telling me they're gonna fix the mount turning? I don't believe it. It's impossible.
No, they're not fixing the mount turning. They're fixing the mount flight turning.
Oh, okay. That's easier to do.
They're gonna kind of roll a little when they turn.
Thanks for the heads up. Okay, you are a good turnaround. Oh, he's right there. Where's the ooze that I saw from the outside? Any ooze around here? No?
I feel like there's some ooze.
Just interested in some ooze a little. This design is so funny. Did you know that pets can have pets? It's true. It will not be easy to reach him. No, it'll be easy enough to do within a few patches. Unless all the beach stuff in Dawn Trail is bait. And that's the real plot line. Could you imagine if they did something like that? That'd be so funny.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the beach plot is bait, and there's going to be some kind of grand mystery, and the world is going to expand in a way we haven't considered before.
Well, yeah, the mechanical city is evidence of that.
That's kind of what Final Fantasy XIV is, but we don't know what it's going to be yet.
But like, could you imagine making an entire fake plot, and teasing that fake plot, and then like they go in the game and none of that shit actually happens?
They did make a fake plot. It was called Endwalker, and you fight Zodiark, and then it continues.
Well, no, but like the they probably did advertise that and spoiled it, right?
Yeah,
After
they're
the
like,
fact.
here you go. The trailer was like, here's Xenos and Fandaniel, and Fandaniel's the bad guy, and Xenos is the bad guy. Here's what's happening. And you're gonna have the Zodiark is there.
They kind of shot themselves in the foot with the level thing, right? Zodiark was like a level 83 quest or something, right? Or 73, one of those.
But then
that kind of like took away from it.
No, I think it improved it, because you're like, hang on, hold on a second, wait a moment, what? And that was the surprise. Because if you remember, the Zodiark fight was also pretty sudden. He was like, nope, I'm Fandaniel, I win, I'm Zodiark now. Level 83 fight with Zodiark. Wait, what? Huh? and it was interesting.
I would like a PS5.
You already have one of those.
No, I mean Zero. Like, if Zero wanted a PS5, I probably wouldn't give it to her. I'd be like, I know better than you. I don't have any desires. The sun is gonna explode anyway. Maybe it's my graphics settings that's causing this.
Causing what?
This flickering was on Y'shtola too.
I don't know. I think it's just a weird way it's doing with fuzzy textures.
Or maybe my graphics card is dying.
It's not. I don't see any reason why it would be dying.
A mount? Like a whale? Like an iron whale?
The iron whale is from Final Fantasy IV. And that's actually the lunar whale, I'm pretty sure. Is its name.
Probably. Did no one see this guy? Are you serious? We're doing this? Random Minyat hears the plan?
Yeah, you did.
It, like, from, like, you just standing in the room? Oh my god. I can't believe we're doing that.
We're doing that. That's what we're
It's not even like a cool guy. It's just a floating eyeball guy.
Well, he's a floating eyeball because he can see everything that's going on.
He wasn't flying up like in the ceiling or anything. He was just there. He was just in the doorway. I wish I could fly around, but that would kind of eliminate the whole point of not being able to get off the island. And no one likes invisible walls. Yeah.
There it is.
I was hoping it was the lunar whale. And like they ended up releasing it in the shop this patch. Because that shit was like 2 years ago, so it was probably possible.
No.
It's just a guy.
That was a collector's edition mount, I think. Those never get released to the shop. You have to upgrade your version of Final Fantasy XIV to the collector's edition.
Good.
Although, I think it, or it could be another mount. I don't know. Hang on. Wait. No, it is in the shop.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was one of the $30 ones.
It's $42.
Inflation.
Wow, what an expensive mount.
This is Joe Biden's 13th. We're trying to think of what this thing's design reminds me of. Like its face, but I don't know. It's cool though. Oh no! Little freaks. Oh my god, it's Baldur's Gate 3! What the hell is this thing? Oh, it reminds me of the thing from Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. That's what it reminds me of. Zero? So we just on another castle island? This is like if Momo got fat and was also a freak. Yeah?
What is this place?
I'm glad someone finally asked.
My domain.
You know, I looked it up. The lunar whale was originally
In the beginning, it was
$35.
a
I don't know why there's inflation on digital goods. I think that's just them being greedy.
Final Fantasy 14 greedy?
Over time, others
No.
began to gather here. Those who had nowhere else to go.
A settlement of pariahs.
What's that? We've seen this guy before. I don't want to be eaten. Okay, bye. Ew, look at its face.
You are under my protection here and will not be harmed. I give you my word.
Man, it would have sucked if I said, we'll offer you our protection that one time.
Follow me.
It'd be very embarrassing. This guy is moving. No, I can't talk to him. Oh, well. At least your only rule is don't look someone in the eye. Yes, inquiries. At Yonder Plaza. Yay, a Zero adventure. Zero will accompany you for this part of the quest. No? Okay. Zero will be accompany you. There we go. Alright. Map, tell me where to go. It is big and flying. I'm hungry. Oh, I feel like we shouldn't be asking this guy. Is that Farfarello or Farfarello?
I would say Farfarello.
He's Farfarelloing about. I want to talk to this guy. No, we go to heaven, actually. Ramshackle Square. It's a funny name. Let's see these weirdos. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Oh, one of them's gone.
Not only did the mortals conquer Troia, they defeated Scarmalione.
Scarmalione.
I struggle to believe it. They're very small, my lords. They were aided by one of our world, who transformed Scarmalione's soul into crystal.
Oh man, he saw everything.
Crystal? This one speaks of Memoria. Now there's something I've not heard for an age. It'll bring a pang of nostalgia to my breast and a tear to my eye.
I'm so glad there's text.
The very notion was an absurd!
Absurd!
Drowned in darkness. That's what we all.
And yet Scarmalione still does not answer.
They like ringing him or her on the phone.
Were he alive?
I'm confused
by
now.
now.
By
So
what?
I thought one of the voices that we just talked to referred to them as she, right? I'm like, whatever. I trust Golbez.
His ability to regenerate.
Scarmalion is a fellow.
If this account is true, if a Memoriat has survived,
A Memoriat.
they cannot be suffered to live.
Ooh, they're too scary, but I'm too afraid to say that.
Leave this matter to me, Lord Golbez.
Was wind on the other end? So we get some like symmetry going on here when we kill him.
Any who pose a threat to our plans.
Aye, Garuda too.
'Tis true, you are a proven commander, well suited to leading an assault.
And when I have succeeded, I would beg a boon of you.
What do you desire?
Don't say it.
The dragon's ether.
What? Don't say what.
The PS5. All the rest of the dragon, dude. Come on.
Give me the rest of the dragon. I'm gonna eat
That's
the,
come
eat the
on.
sauce.
Come on.
With respect, my locks are free as the wind.
Okay.
Without incentive to sway them, I know not whither they will blow.
Boldly spoken. I trust you will not disappoint me.
Upon this flowing hair and my immortal
Do you think she'll
soul,
disappoint him?
I will not.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be kind of funny if we died here, though. and all of Dawn Trail was
Go
a ruse.
and impress upon these interlopers the futility.
Dawn Trail starts and you have to make a second
Fire.
player.
Yeah, exactly. the rest of the patches were just fake. They're like, "Shh, guys, don't tell them. Don't tell them what happens." And then you have to make a second guy. Like that one game that I can't talk about.
My lord.
My lord. Man, we're gonna be asymmetrical here. Send the water guy.
No.
The whole dragon, like, isn't Golbez also using the dragon strength, right? Or maybe he can't feast on it. The whole dragon, come on. Yeah. When I forget the mount. Okay. Zero, you can get on if you want to. No, I don't want to. I'm too cool for a big stupid whale. Nope. Go? Left? How inconvenient. Well, it'd be nice if you said, like, maybe where. I figured he'd be sad because the one person he relies on fucking up and left. Isn't that dude really good at running? I can only sprint for so long. The wind rises? What? Wait. What, the scout?
I just learned something.
The wind rises?
Yes, I learned something else though. Is bad news. Starting June 25th, all Final Fantasy
Servers are going to be
14
offline until Dawn Trail?
No.
I guess no? Okay.
Starting June 25th, all Final Fantasy 14 payments you make will be subject to your local sales tax. Your subscription.
Why?
Your Mog Station purchases.
So get them all in now, folks. Who in the world is that? Inflation in Final Fantasy XIV is real. Tax in Final Fantasy XIV is real. I guess they're really going for that life simulation angle, right?
I guess.
You will find your significant other in Final Fantasy XIV. You will run your errands in Final Fantasy XIV. Of how everything has the same talking animation. hitting you with the dots. Crumbled so easily. You didn't go, no. This look is so funny that she does. You're taking the cyanide pill before you've even been captured. It sounds really annoying. Like, what if you ate a really annoying person?
And you'd partially become a really annoying person.
What if you ate someone and then like you see something and then in your head you just hear, wow, this is like Super Mario Sunshine all the time.
Yeah. The Great Flow, the live stream.
The live stream, Poggy. She's as good as here. Are we gonna see like airships flying in? The wind? She is come!
And she's brought her domain with her.
Was that not always there?
The Archfiend's after you and yours, I shouldn't doubt. Perhaps you should go and find them. But be warned, whatever this is
Yeah, you
about,
fly islands
do not
around
expect
in the
us to get
13.
involved.
It wasn't always there. When you want to go someplace, you bring your island with you.
Wait, then couldn't I should have just brought my damn castle.
No, it's not really like
That would have been cool.
You and me both.
I think it's Barbarisha's able to do it because being
the
very
wind?
the wind and
She
being very
she
powerful.
blows her island everywhere. Okay, guys, we're moving. Grab onto something.
One of the Archfiends approaches.
They must have been tracking our movements.
She's here.
She is come. This is very fitting with my air conditioner. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. She is green. Like wind.
Oh, you got it!
This outfit looks so uncomfortable.
Excellent. You saved me the trouble of traveling to Troya.
So you're Barbaricia.
Mind your manners, mortal. My name is not to be spoken, save in reverence and fear. And what is this pitiful domain?
Oh, come on. Dude is ready to fight.
I will put you out of your misery.
Die. They didn't even see it coming.
Slurp?
When you sumo. The sword is so ridiculous.
Alas, Poor Scarmiglione. A good
Scarmiglione.
felled by outsiders in pursuit of what? Pray tell.
We just kind of came into his house,
One
right?
crossed to this world thousands of years ago. Know you aught of it?
Like we just like happened to find an entrance in his basement.
A dragon, you say?
Oh, that's what they're called. They're just standing there completely unamused.
Clever than I realized. To let the prize live, that it might lure more prey to us.
We didn't know. We didn't know that the dragon was still alive.
Very well. In gratitude and service, I shall devour every last mote of their souls.
Why was that line said so weirdly?
Where is she? Where is Ashdaya?
Huh. You even share its scent. How curious. And irresistible.
If you think it's easy prey, you're wrong.
So here's the thing. The element, here's a fun fact. The elemental archfiends from Final Fantasy IV and by association from Final Fantasy XIV are named after four of the 12 named male branches in the 8th Circle of Hell from Dante's Divine Comedy.
Not that guy. Come on.
So essentially, all their names are gonna be Italian.
Now it makes sense, at least. It's funny because we're like in hell when you think about it.
Get it?
Enter my domain.
If the fate
The
of the
13th is basically hell.
One way.
Anyway,
like the 13 circles of hell?
Satisfaction.
Yeah. Anyway. The Void is also very Italian, so there you go.
Is there like a subtext here?
This says something about Italy.
What's the plan then?
What's the plan? We have to go to her domain to have a dungeon before the boss fight. It can't just be a boss fight.
We already did a dungeon this patch.
We're doing a second one. Either that or they're going, you will raid the fortress. Next patch. Dun 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 dun.
We find her and get our answers. Will you be joining us, Zero?
You may be easily goaded into accepting her challenge, but my curiosity is not so insatiable as to cloud my judgment.
Oh, okay, you're so smart.
Nevertheless, if you are desperate for my aid, you know my price.
I shall pay it. So long as you leave me strength enough to see my sister home, you may take as much as you wish. And lest you forget, mine is no ordinary ether. Barbariccia too recognized its potency.
Barter 100.
Very well. We have a bargain.
Wait, this castle also has ooze. Did you see that?
The ooze is everywhere.
This ooze is green. I love how the domain just like looks kind of stupid. Like it is just a weird cloud rock with a thing sticking up out of it. Can we see it? No? Oh well. Let me see if that was a client. Nope. Spam detected. Did you know there's an excessive heat warning?
No.
So terrifying. Piety? Skill speed? Spell speed? Piety's pretty good, right? I
Pretty
remember
good,
that
yeah.
one. As a word of warning. A word of warning. Yeah, that's true. I think there's some sawing going on, if you can hear that. Ew, it's all made of hair. That's what the green is. I know she like talked about her hair or something, but this is ridiculous.
Green hair.
I'm a dragoon, I can jump around. And Mario stomp you. I'm kind of doing nothing here.
I, Zeta Barbaricia.
Dun, 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 dun. And we get a little staircase before we go in. My friends!
It was cool when you did it the first time, but now you can do it just pretty casually and be like, alright, summon some folks, let's go. Anyway, remember when you said it wasn't just going to be a boss fight? It's just a boss fight.
I genuinely can't believe it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quickly. I have my shitty overlay screen. I'm gonna pause the recording as well. And I won't forget. Alright. I'm back.
Right.
Oh, who wants in on this?
I'm fighting a big gorilla.
Evan.
I'm fighting a big gorilla.
Evan, why commit to things when you... You know what?
It's not gonna take that long.
I'm going into the party finder.
No, don't do that.
Am I even friends with Ben? I don't even think I'm friends with Ben. Yeah, these are the only 3 people that I have in my friends list. Ben's probably still working or something, right? Well, let me know when you're good.
I've half killed the gorilla.
How long will that take?
Do you want to come kill the gorilla with me?
I guess. How do I do that?
Okay, go to Thavnair. I want to see if you get here in time.
That's a hard sell considering I don't even know how to.
You'll appear where you are right now once you actually start the boss battle.
I don't know where Thavnair is. Can you give me
under Rad's at hand? Right there.
Right there?
You missed it. You scrolled past it. I'm behind a little bit. Look for Rad's at hand. Underneath it, go to there one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I was looking for a another thing.
Okay, let's see if you guys. He's at 44%.
Can EU people not play with us? Is that a?
Yes. The only server hopping you can't do is between continents. So you can't play with EU people.
We live in a prison state.
Or in the Asian servers or the Oceania servers. Okay.
Oceania.
Okay, try and find me on a map.
I mean, is that possible?
Okay, there's actually the fate is called Return of the Tyrant.
Blue dot. I think you're the blue dot.
Yeah.
Wow, look at these funny elephants. We can go to Oceania? What does that mean? Like, if Ben were to join, we all go to Oceania? Can't they just make it seamless everywhere? Goodness me.
I'm killing the monkey.
He's
Here come. Oh, and you know what? There's Connor too.
Unable to attack Fate target. Your level is too high. How do I
Hit the level sync
there
button.
We go.
There you go.
I love glare. He's
did
dead
it
already. Yes, my bicolor gemstones.
Yay!
All right. Anyway, duty.
Yep. I don't think we're gonna. I don't
finder?
think we're getting anyone else right now in our content.
I don't think so either. What are we doing? Trials Endwalker?
Trials 2. Trials Endwalker.
Trials 2.
Wait. Also, I need to change to
Storm's
warrior.
Crown. Okay.
I'm warrior now.
Okay. You good?
Yep.
Oh my God! We found it immediately. Thank goodness I don't have to do anything because the other healer will do everything.
No, you still gotta play the game.
It's funny that doesn't show us running up the stairs because it'd be kind of awkward, right? Wow, she's so cool. She is very tall.
Come, give yourselves to my scout.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, who said that?
Feast upon
Ew,
your
look at the hair on the floor. 4 people in cutscene. Everyone's trying to get to Dawn Trail. And by everyone, I mean half of everyone.
Look at everyone's awesome picture.
How do I change that?
exquisite ether. My head.
You'll have to make it.
Anticipate.
I know you made your card. I think you have to convert it into a portrait or something. I don't know.
On your guard.
Whoa, Mamma Mia, that's kind of scary.
Up, go this way, go this way. Nope. The tanks need to stack here. You don't stack here.
Oh, okay. Good that you said that on time.
So that's a new.
Connor dying? What?
That tank animation, it was red and it had 2 circles in it. So that means it was a two-person tank buster. That's what the stack was. Okay, go. When she's coming to the sword, you go over here. Because she's gonna do a cone.
Cold.
The dreaded cone.
Coning? Like, against Fatalis? Success. Yay! That's a very important one to remember.
Which one is that?
That's like the... What was this?
Oh, get out of the hair.
Are we? No. This is like Mario Party 4.
Oh yeah, it is. So you
the
need
slime time.
You can only go as far as the hair lets you, so you have to avoid the AoEs in that zone. Now we're stacking up on you. It's a classic yellow stack.
Yeah, she has a lot of health, huh?
It's a boss fight.
Ow!
And she's about to do the cone.
Oh, I don't have one. Cool.
In Endwalker, or in Dawn Trail, you're gonna get a move that lets you like zip over and teleport around.
Yay!
So you don't have to run that much. You can just go. Zoop.
A fair wind blows.
Dun 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 dun.
You feel it too, do you not?
I feel like they could do a little more with this mechanic, right? Oh wait, they're doing a little more now, I think.
It's the second time it's happening, so they can do a little more with it.
To last this long. But the battle has always just begun.
I know, everyone's close, so I guess I'll just stay close. Down for the count. Now she has short hair. Oh, it's like Bayonetta, but in reverse.
Yes.
We love a short hair queen.
Big hair arm.
What do we do?
I use my move that gives us a shield. Look. We took it all in shield damage.
Ow! Oh wait, no, not yet.
I'll make it.
She's doing a lot of things.
She is. I'm throwing down the Cylon real quick, just in case. What is that? What is that? Do I stay away from it?
Yes.
Man, she's pissed. Punch, 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 punch.
Stack it up.
Timmy, my shells.
And we're staying away from the other tank because it's doing an AoE. That's what the iron-looking arrows are. Alright. Go in, avoid the tornadoes, do not stand on top of each other.
Ah! Oh god, I'm gonna die. No, we're good. I think I'll go this way, actually. I think I'll go this way, actually. Oh, this might not have been a good idea. Oops. I think I'll go this way.
There's also going to be a knockback in the middle, so stay close to the middle so you don't get pushed in the outer rim with dangerous damage.
I thought you were going to say Dangerous Dan.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Be gone from my sight.
Oh, tornadoes while we're stuck.
those do? Shift D, not Shift F. Oh well, it's fine.
The Shift D is your big attack. When you have the red lily.
Actually, it's Medica.
I thought.
Speaking of.
Is it Control E then?
Shift E. She would never attack the same place twice.
Medica is Shift D. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I said Shift E.
Oh, is it my fault that we made the alphabet letters sound, half of the alphabet letters sound exactly the same? Not really.
No, I will not be denied.
GG, thank you for playing. White Party. Player commendation. Sure, we love a healer. I can only give one? This is so sad.
You can only ever give one.
Is there any loot in this?
No, it's only loot if you do the extreme version.
What's the rating again? Is extreme the easiest one, or is it the, like the hardest one, or is it the middle one?
I can yet. You're finished.
Ah! Damn it all! Oh no, I disconnected. Uh-oh. Nope. Actually, Dad's probably messing with the internet now that I think about it. No! I didn't really think about how my dad working on trying to get an Ethernet cable down into the basement will affect me streaming. I didn't really think about that one. Okay, I'm gonna pause the recording and we'll see what happens. I think it just has to do with my dad trying to get an Ethernet cable into the basement. I didn't really think about how that could affect streaming. Log character out. Yeah, sure. Do I just have to wait now?
No, you just click it and wait. It says don't log out without. It says if you quit the game, that could cause a weird thing to happen once in a while, and maybe you'll be in a different location or something.
Yeah, I was in the middle of the cutscene where it sliced all the hair off of her, and then Zero sliced all the hair off of her, and then I picked up the crystal, and then it closed. Oh, okay, there we go. It should have a countdown for that.
So yeah, it basically the game thinks you're still online a little bit, so it has to log you out manually on the server side, and then it lets you log back in with a login request.
Wow, not only are computers complicated, and not only are video games complicated, but then you also add servers on top of that. It's a miracle we can even play this game. Right?
Yes.
This is the strength of mankind. Okay, I did unpause the recording. We're good. We're good. Can I watch the cutscene? Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
More of the dragon's ether. I can yet.
You know, for someone who likes her hair so much, it's so messy. Try using a brush or something once in a while. Sounds like that guy from Adventure Time. Lemon Grab. He has an easy name because he's a lemon. So you fill in the first half pretty quickly. Okay, this is new content right now. New unseen content. Am I trying to echo?
Oh, it was my internet this time.
What do you mean it was your internet this time? Like, did you
I just got logged out.
Go out?
I just went
That's
out
funny.
for a few seconds.
Maybe Final Fantasy 14 killed our internet.
No, Chris, don't die again. And it was me this time. I don't know which person it is every time. It's strange.
I think Yoshi P sent out a EMP pulse.
I bet he did. He does that
Tell me you learned
sometimes.
something about Ajdaya.
No. I can't force it. This power is kind of stupid.
So the Archfiend and her crystal yielded not.
It's okay, we'll just like kill another one.
Our efforts have not been entirely fruitless. We have deprived your sister's captor of another powerful champion. With Zero, we may yet challenge Golbez and his minions.
Look how short she is.
Indeed. We could not have come this far without your aid. Thank you, Zero.
I don't care about
I
thank
but
yous.
fulfilled my part of the bargain. And now I will have my...
I'm feeling proper emotions. Oh, I like how the hair is black now.
Her ether is nearly spent. Perhaps unsurprising given how much power she used.
Quickly,
I wouldn't
give her
want
an
to
ether
face another
injection.
Archfiend without her. We should hurry back to Zero's domain.
Agreed.
Oh wait, this hair's still
Eager
green.
though I am to continue, it would be unwise to risk our lives for the sake of haste.
Could you imagine how good this hair is gonna look after Dawntrail, by the way?
Let us suspend the mission and tend to Zero.
You'll
I'm
be able
sitting
to
here-
feel it in your mouth.
I'm sitting here wondering why I'm hearing combat music, and that's because Connor is fighting stuff.
What? Did the gorilla come back?
No, he's fighting another fate.
Oh wait, right, because if you're a group in like the same area, right? You
Yeah.
just hear it. It's so funny. Insofar as I can discern, so many good words in Final Fantasy XIV. So many good phrases. Is she on a bed? Oh my god. She's like a vampire. So, arms to the side, back. She looks weird without her hat. Can we find some way to put the hat back on?
No.
Hey, stand a little close. This is a weird thought, taking her to the source. Does she not get like torn apart or something?
I don't know.
I
turn in
consent. I consent.
I'm turning in my tribe quests.
Oh?
I went out again. I'm gonna reset the router.
Evan, it doesn't do anything.
It does. It worked yesterday, remember?
Evan, let the router hold it in.
You just give me a minute.
Oh, just this guy? when she blew her domain around, they get left behind, like they get blown off. That's funny. She really should put some guardrails on that thing. Guard hair. Guard rails. Hair rails. Guard hair rails. That's so funny. Him just saying it outright. Do, 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 do. Let's go. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Nope, okay. Were those stairs added? Were those always there? those, those gold stairs. Are they just steady? They're just staying here waiting the whole time? These gold stairs. Hey guys. Yes! You can make a YouTube poop where every time someone comes out and replays that animation of them going like, yes!
Ah, you're all safe. Thank the sisters.
Or should I say, the sister, whom we are looking for. I love how we all convene in the evil spike trap room every time. It's so funny.
The spike traps, only Vritra can trigger them, and he doesn't want it because he doesn't.
Like,
he's
what
a
if
good
he,
guy.
what if he accidentally does? That's not gonna fit. Okay, it goes down.
There. We may rest easy for now. Was there any trouble? I expect some void scent slipped through.
A few did, aye. But we were ready and dealt with them without incident.
That is well.
And they can't come back here.
I cannot thank you enough for your vigilance.
Yes, yes, you're grateful. But aren't you forgetting something more important? You know, the polite but warm formalities one delights in hearing when their little brother returns from a long journey.
Do 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 do.
It is good to be home again, among those who I love.
Are they playing the Undertale song?
So much.
Yeah.
All right.
We have to get Zero medical attention.
Welcome home.
Guys, we don't have time for this.
Chambers have been prepared for your use at Megaduta. Let us take Zero there at once.
Taking Zero to the Hilton. So like they have to walk through the entirety of the dungeon, right?
I'm back.
And then like go in a water elevator and then take a boat ride back.
Now I can turn in all my tribe quests. I don't want
Master
to.
Smith.
Our mission took many an unexpected turn. I am relieved that we have all returned safely. But before you all enjoy the rest you have earned 12 times over, I would consult you on one last matter.
Zero.
At least her arms are kind of out now. I'm glad we brought her hat. Man, imagine how good the hair's gonna look. And by that I mean how not bad the hair is gonna
While
look.
she appears none the
Oh
worse
man.
for wear, she remains locked in slumber, and I cannot help but worry. Is there aught we can do to expedite her recovery? If her ether is exhausted, perhaps I can share some of mine now.
Did you guys not do that before?
In the wastelands of the 13th, one can only replenish ether by taking it from others, be it by trade or by force.
Okay. Seems inconvenient.
In contrast, the source is rich in ambient ether.
She's just like sucking it all in through her pores.
Simply being here and drawing breath, Zero will absorb what she needs.
I mean, we could still give her
And
some.
we need but wait.
I believe so. She will awaken in time, and when she does, give her something to eat. Judging by her form, she should also be able to derive nourishment from food.
We'll take her to the burger place.
I know you promised her your ether.
No, that's
But perhaps
that's
she might
Charlene.
appreciate fine harnish cuisine.
Yeah, we'll
more.
take her there.
You're in Thavner. You'd have
Yeah,
to
we
go
could just
on a
warp.
boat.
Food can
She doesn't have the
certainly be
Aether, right? You have to take a whole month-long boat ride.
It's worth it. we'll DoorDash it to her.
She looks like any other person. Unsurprising, perhaps, given that she is only part Void Sent.
Funny angle.
Zero said before that Xenos had altered her essence. A change wrought, I suspect, with the power of darkness. It acted upon the part of her that is void sent, rendering it dominant. Thus, we were able to reverse it with the power of light.
Yay! The power of light, yay!
I labor to believe that Xenos possessed such arcane knowledge. In all likelihood, it came from Thandaniel.
Boo! We hate Van Daniel.
Were Zero wholly void sent, I doubt the crystal would have had
Isn't
an
that the
effect on
point?
her.
Yeah.
That's like his entire purpose as a character.
One might say that Hydaelyn had a hand in your meeting.
Tis no exaggeration to say that Zero has proven herself invaluable. A boon from Hydaelyn herself. Her cooperation may come at a price, but whatever it is, I am willing to pay it. Exhausting though it may be at times.
All right. Direct hit, critical hit, determination. Determination because of the Undertale music.
Okay.
It's not the one I picked, but is critical hit different from critical or something?
Critical hit is your critical hit.
What the fuck? Yoshi P!
Well, that's not your
still-
internet. That's
I'm still here. I'm online. There's no maintenance or anything.
no. I think that was just
I think-
Final Fantasy had a
I
problem
think-
for a second.
I think he's sending out EMP blasts. Wow, I'm paying $12 a month for this? I'm paying probably something like $12.40 after a point for this? Why isn't the queue moving?
It doesn't move. It just logs you in.
We're gonna see it move in like 10 days, that's for sure.
No, the number doesn't change. It just that's how many people are in front of you upon your attempt to log in. And once those people get in, they'll let you in. But there were 15 people in front of you.
Well, yeah, but like it still moves down. It's just you know.
No, the number does not change.
It does. It does. It changed in Endwalker. I know that.
It changed because you kept getting the error, and it changed every time you had to reattempt logging in.
It seems like not good. Do I have any plans? No. I want to go to the burger place. Didn't they also have pizza?
think so.
You could just have pizza in the fridge ready for her. I mean, I'm like right here. Okay, map, go away. And zoom out. Dios mio. What? I don't know what I did there, but... Alright. Alright. I'd like takeout, please. A rich, hearty meal with plenty of meat. No, we'll take the Monster Hunter World meal.
No, you can't. You get the light fruit.
You get Dongo from Monster Hunter Rise, cunt.
Wow. I didn't know it made you so mad.
It's not something I mauled over, but it is like... It's just not... It's bad.
Good thing Monster Hunter Wilds is gonna have big meals.
Big meal. Hold on, where's the... Wait, where's the main quest? Okay, got it. Like, if you're going on a big, like... It's not even 40 minutes, it's longer than 40 minutes. If you're going on a, like, big, several-day hunt, swinging around a giant hammer as you constantly evade and chase this monster, like...
You need a
lot
lot
of
of
big
calories.
meal. The Donko just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but it's magic.
It's not magic. There's no magic in Monster Hunter. Now I know what you're thinking. What about Dracula? I'm sure there's some logical explanation for why he can teleport. I still don't know what it is. Has anyone asked them?
Light.
Lights. Yeah, were there no, like, candles or, like, lamps in the 13th?
An inn?
Not really, no.
What happened? How did I get here?
We probably should have left someone behind to explain. Anyway, my hat. No?
There's no time. I must rejoin the battle. I must...
You must eat a hearty helping of fruit.
Oh, you're awake! Wonderful!
I was hoping there'd be something like that. Like, whoa! A huge elephant person. But that was so funny. No.
Where is it? Where?
Hildebrand never left.
But this is no time for jokes.
Never
You're in
mind.
the source.
There's no time for Hildebrand.
The world next door, so to speak. The others brought you here after you collapsed. I'll fetch them at once. Wait, just a moment.
I was hoping that moment would last longer. It could be a funny dynamic.
No, it's just a little taste.
I can get used to this place. Shares are so funny.
Apple.
Apple? Do I have anything Apple related on here? No. I don't even have the Apple channel.
I took the liberty
Hold
of
on, I'm
arranging
making a reminder.
refreshments. I hope you find them as flavorful as they are invigorating.
Well, didn't I arrange the Well, I guess I got them. I didn't really arrange them.
This isn't what you promised. I suppose ether is ether.
No, you stupid idiot.
You don't
No,
suck
you
the energy.
moron.
Yeah. You eat it
Oh,
with your
vile.
Wait. Don't tell me you don't know how to eat?
I took what I needed from it. What's the problem?
Where's the enjoyment in that? You're supposed to bite, to chew, to savor, and then swallow.
You know that if I could do that, my ass would just be sucking the nutrition from the food instead of eating it. I don't have time to eat. I have to shower and go to bed. Watch.
That's the way. So, did it taste good?
Don't tell me she hates apples.
I don't know.
The long years
No, she has no
without
sense
eating
of
may have
taste
dulled
because
your
she
sense
hasn't
of
eaten
taste.
food before.
Well, we void scent have no need for such when consuming others. There are some who speak of taste when describing the quality and affinity of their prey's ether.
Can we get rid of this apple? It's gonna spoil the bunch.
Taking ether in
That's the
small
one
amounts
bad
like
apple.
This is one thing.
It's
But
spoiling the
diluting my
bunch.
essence, diminishing myself, I'd sooner die. And I have died countless times.
You have? But what happens when you do?
Not much. After a while, you return, together with all your expended life force. The important thing is to die where others won't devour you.
Amazing! My peers who study immortality and resurrection would be most interested in this phenomenon.
CGP Grey would be all over this.
The question of taste aside, I am glad that you are able to partake of food like us. I dare say it agrees with your personal preferences.
That's true. You can keep giving me the same on a regular basis.
Very well. As my guest, I shall see that you do not want for comfort. And one other thing. We brought you to our world without your consent. And for that, I apologize. If you wish it, we will return you to yours once you have...
So we haven't
regained your
addressed that
strength.
Richard preferred to go back to being a small child now.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, wait, is it me or are his eyes bigger again?
Yeah, he's not in the man body anymore.
It's fine.
I guess all of his pals and friends prefer the baby form. Also, he's like, I'll
Except for
make sure you're as
that's
comfortable as
specifically-
possible. And then she's on a stool. She doesn't have a seat back. What are you
said,
doing?
What you said specifically reminded me of Talladega Nights.
I do. I have
I
yet
don't
to
think
find
you've
my
ever seen
sister.
that
I
movie.
don't get to that reference.
All right. So that's Will Ferrell,
To rush to her aid.
and it's John C. Reilly, and they NASCAR drive.
Free her from his
And
clutches.
they do one point they're doing a prayer, and the Will Ferrell character is doing they're saying grace before dinner, and he's like, I prefer the sweet baby Jesus, not regular adult Jesus. So the baby
Though if our
version is his
recent
favorite.
Experience has taught us anything. 'Tis that the 13th is more dangerous than we ever imagined.
It wasn't that bad.
Caution must be our watchword.
It's less dangerous than North Philadelphia. Am I right, people?
Better late than never. In the short time
Is
you
North
spent in our
Philadelphia
world, you left
dangerous?
a trail
Yeah.
of chaos in your wake.
Or wait, is it South? I always mix them up. It's one of the two.
You managed to return in one piece this time. But don't assume you'll be so lucky the next.
And just
Rest
listen to
assured
that
we will
crunch.
Make no assumptions and spare no preparation. Speaking of which, while we rest and ready ourselves, I ask that you tell me more about your home. In return, I will tell you about ours. I will show you my domain, Radzet Han.
You're getting more out of this deal than she is, I think. You're so excited. It's like showing off your free company house.
Again, a stranger in this strange land.
Let me just switch models
I have
real
a
quick.
condition. You must come too.
Oh, she likes me. Because I'm so
You have my
awesome.
thanks.
Do you think, like, because the 13th has no ether anywhere, it just, like, feels like dry heat or something?
I bet so. I bet that's true.
That the air is just so dry, you get you get fucking leg cramps just from existing. Apple? Are we gonna say this is Zero? If Zero ever wants any food, just give it to her. It'll be like when you're on a cruise and you can get like free ice cream whenever you want. I'm sure it's like somewhere in the bill, but
There's even a bonus dialogue spot.
long pause. Am I getting kicked out of the server again? Oh, I'm disconnected again. Brother, come on. It's like just the awkward pause. Okay, hold on. I'll pause again.
Nope. It's
Damn
still
it.
been. It has still been a single VOD.
They're gone. No, but like you're gonna like
Oh, you need. Oh, you need to
click
go get 'em
somewhere. You're gonna click somewhere and then it's just like not gonna work or something. Like, let's say you like want to skip the disconnect or whatever. So you click past it and then it just like won't work. It happens sometimes.
Oh. Well, you need to get the other 4 VODs up.
Yeah. You're gonna wear the khaki pants and the Hawaiian shirt. You can do that in real life. We're in the damn fantasy world right now. The damn Final Fantasy. That was that. This place is poppin'. I was just looking around. I thought that was the story quest. It was here at Christmas. Obtained the apple. Something about that line is really funny to me. Now they're just fucking it up. How needlessly complicated. Imagine speccing into Dancer. How needlessly complicated. Evan, is Dancer one of the more complicated classes, DPS classes, or is it on the simpler side?
It's actually on the simpler side, I believe.
Do you think there's some, like, intentional irony in Zero saying how needlessly complicated there?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think she just is thinking about how it's hedonistic. We don't need dancing. We just need to suck the nutrients out of everything.
Chowder? What? Let's talk about nutrients. Zero, I know you've been comatose for a while, but we have to run across here, okay? Fuck. Wrong one. We gotta go to the west one. The west one has the better stores. The west one has Hot Topic, which is perfect for Zero. You think there's like a Hot Topic kind of equivalent shop in Final Fantasy XIV?
Maybe.
Just like all the edgy stuff. There's gotta be. Now that I think about it, there's so much edgy stuff in this game. Oh, okay. They brought useless money. I see. Money can be exchanged for only services. No goods in the 13th. I'm just gonna assume we can keep walking, or in this case, running. Enemy of the Innocents. How do you get such a cool title? I wonder.
I can look it up.
It's not as cool as Mahjong Master, though.
You
If
still need to
only.
get that.
If only.
That just tells me you're not committed enough.
No, not really. I'd rather just get a game in Mahjong Soul immediately and then have, like, a better viewing and operating experience, but you know.
Okay.
If the queue was immediate, though, I would, I'd, like, actually try going for it before realizing, oh, wait, this is actually difficult. Like, the requirement to get Mahjong Master is equivalent to getting, like, Expert 3 in Mahjong Soul. I can't do that.
Okay, so you get Enemy of Innocence by defeating Vothri in the MSQ.
Which one is that?
Remember the big fat guy who ate Sin Eaters?
Oh, yeah! That person must have really liked that moment. Or they think that that title is rad as hell.
And then he became really handsome when we fought him. And then immediately...
The Homer Simpson thing where he, like, clamps all of his fat behind him.
Yes. And then he dies, and then Emmett Selk shoots Grahatia with a gun after he find out it was Grahatia. And Vothri also was on that big mountain that we had the golem catch.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, there you go.
What the fuck is... Why am I being given coordinates? Okay. Let's go to the coordinates. Can you just come here? That seems so far away. So we have these three, and then baby. Connor, don't you want me to be ready for Dawn Trail? We're cutting it close enough as is. All right, let's see. What are we looking for here? These like stairs.
When do you have to leave? 3?
Yeah, like 3-ish.
Okay.
Is this person okay?
No.
Unfortunately, I don't have time for your quest to help you.
Okay. I'll just stay like that.
What, here? No, wait, hold on. Here? What, did you platform all the way up to the top or something?
Underneath, I think.
Underneath? There's an underneath? Let me
Let's
just
go down
double,
underneath.
let me just double check. Okay, it's not here. Climb? I don't think it's underneath. What do you mean climb? Are there stairs in here or something?
Oh.
Evan, do you know what the shenanigans is?
I don't remember.
I remember this room.
This is where they do fabrics.
Unless he means like climb the crates or something. Which I don't really think you can do because there's kind of a ceiling here. You have to be a Lalafell to do this adventure. Alright, anyway, what? New coordinates? My headshot coordinates. Okay, it is a platforming challenge-esque thing, I guess. Connor, I don't know if I have time for this. I'll give it one more shot. Zero's like, what are you doing? What source culture is this? Alright, anyway. We're going to Wind Weft. Whoa, my god, look! A sightseeing spot. Wow. How do I ever get down there? What do I do? Lookout?
Yep. Slash lookout or the lookout emote. The slash command just is a slash emote. Basically, you just do the emote from chat.
Oh, was I supposed to go to the left or something? Clap, clap. These are plants. Get owned, Zero. Oh my god! The orphans! The children are nice? I don't believe that. They're children. You think Estinian let the kids climb on him and punch him repeatedly?
Do you think Estinian is something worth getting excited about?
He's so cool. In that case, I was definitely Xenos' friend. Absolutely not. More or less. A one-sided friendship. I'd rather do all my content alone, not with friends.
Wow.
Why would he go? Why would he risk life and limb for you? I was hoping there'd be an option that was just great question. No one knows. They love this hat brim. Yeah, Xenos is probably a really bad lens to view our world through. Yay. Alright. Warp point? Warp point.
Warp pipe.
Hold on, let's try, because we're relatively close. Let's try Connor's stupid thing one more time. One more time. Oh! The mezzanine, it hurts. So you're telling me to go this way? What, on the pegs? What, what is it? What is this, a Foddy Lake?
Yeah.
I'm not interested in this.
I didn't remember there being a jumping segment here.
I'll try it one more time. I don't know if you know this, but I'm not playing Final Fantasy XIV for the platforming.
Yes, you are. If you go to the Gold Saucer, there's a platforming minigame.
One more time. I think I'd rather play something like Pseudo Regalia or something.
There's
perhaps a
they always
Super Mario Sunshine.
They always have platforming secrets in this game. The most famous one is the Kugane Tower, where you jump up the tower. Remember the tower?
Yeah. And then you get on the light post and you show off to all the strangers how cool you are.
Yes, that's correct.
Lord Protector. Albertus Magnus. Think. Evan, when are you going to change the name of the free company?
I'm not. In fact, I'm not even in the boss of it anymore. I'm just a side employee.
It would be so funny if Gavin became the boss.
No, Lucy is the boss.
I don't know who that is.
David's wife.
Oh wait, Connor was saying something. He's gonna be the platforming guide. Zero, we'll teach you the way of platforming.
So, what are your impressions of Radzatan?
There's a lot of mortals.
Actually, there are a lot of mortals.
Considering your origin, I can see why that might be your first observation. Though they would call each other people, I think. If you wish to know about our fair city, I should be glad to place a guide at your disposal.
No need. I'll show myself around. There's only so much about my home I can share with you in return, after all.
Well, we live on this empty ass castle, this empty ass void. Sometimes people come in trying to pillage us like pirates, and that's about it.
While I remember some few tales of the past, I cannot speak to their authenticity. But if that is enough, then I will tell you of the event that saw darkness engulf our world. The Contra Memoria.
Yeah, that's pretty valuable information, I think. I love the looking at someone and then them nodding that always happens in this game.
Long ago,
They love the
light
brim.
filled the world and all was at peace. But then the servants of darkness came, and they bequeathed a black art unto men.
They came? How did they come? They just appeared?
Channeling the power of hope and prayer.
Yes.
One could
Do you know
call
who
forth
she means when she's
fearsome
saying the
beings
servants of darkness?
known as Eidolons.
No.
You should.
The Heartless. But you mean like Emmett Selk and his band of merry
Emmett
dickheads?
Selkin boys, remember? That's what they did to the 13th. That's the whole reason it's a big void, is because they tried to rejoin it and they messed up really big on this one. See, they're even talking about how you can
The Ascians.
summon
And these
primals, but they call them
Eidolons are surely
Eidolons, which is
primals.
another name that summons have been called in the Final Fantasy series.
Eidolons is a much better name, I think.
Eidolons, I think, hang on.
Primals are not
Then you
primal.
face the same.
They are not from the
And
far
understand that
past.
when an
At
Eidolon
least,
is
like,
birthed,
doesn't really feel
strife
like it.
follows.
Whereas Eidolon
And
is
in
like
such strife,
icon,
the weak are the first to
but
suffer.
sounds cool.
Well, in the source, we kind of mix it between Icon and Primal. It depends on... It's a regional dialect, but both of them are fine. And they were called Eidolons in Final Fantasy IX and Final Fantasy XIII.
Can someone redo Steam Hams, but with like the Warrior of Light and Zero? I thought you said we were having steamed hams. Or steamed clams.
There's one where it's Xenos, is Principal Skinner.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Can you like that?
When it seemed the world would be plunged into
Oh,
chaos,
Fandaniel
heroes
is
appeared.
Skinner.
They were
And it's
blessed with
Xenos
singular
is
power.
Chalmers.
Oh, damn it.
It's not the
Evil
Warriors.
Zero. So stupid.
The power to bind the ether of Eidolons within crystals known as Memoria. My
Nani?
mother was one such Memoriate. But in fighting to save many, she herself was touched by darkness.
Oh, they don't even have the Skinners and the Superintendent funny intro bit.
And so you were born part void sent, before the world was overcome.
How exactly did that calamity come to pass? Did the Memoriates not triumph?
They did. They expunged the seeds of chaos. and
I'm
restored
trying to focus.
There was one funny
themselves
part
seduced
so
by
far
the
that was really
darkness they
good,
had
actually.
sealed. They spread
I love
hate,
darkness!
transforming men into monsters, what you call void sent, and raised armies to wage new wars.
Not the first to be corrupted by power, nor the last.
So true.
Some defied temptation and held fast to the light. My mother and I among them. For years and years we fought, but it was not enough. And when our strength was spent, our bulwarks broken, so too was the world.
The flood of darkness.
The stars faded from the heavens as a pall black as pitch enveloped creation. Darkness raged unchecked, rending the very walls of reality. I was cast into the rift, and there trapped for what felt like an eternity. Until I came upon a crack. Tiny, infinitesimal, but enough for me to squeeze through. And find my world changed beyond recognition. Into the lightless waste you saw.
So that is how you were able to escape becoming a Voidsent in full.
I suppose I should consider myself fortunate. Were I like most others, I wouldn't have lasted a day before being devoured. We, the lost, are better equipped to survive in a lost world.
A lost world, you say? I wouldn't be so sure. The 13th is still there, is it not?
Let's rebuild the 13th.
Yay!
With a gay crystal.
To explain requires that we initiate
did
you
that one
into the
already,
truth
actually.
of the source and its reflections. Be warned that this will take a while.
A cutscene will play. Several cutscenes will play in succession or something like that?
Yes. Several cutscenes will play in secrets. There's a couple Final Fantasy XIV themed hands. There's Xenos and Van Daniel. There's two player characters reenacting it out. There's Susano and Ravana. Do you remember Susano and Ravana? Yep. The bug guy and the guy who split the arena with a giant sword.
It was funny. I was kind of imagining Ishtola saying what you were saying to Zero. And she was like, wow. Ravana, huh?
That's
Susano's theme is like the only one that comes up in my huge amalgam of music. That's the only Final Fantasy XIV song I feel like I ever hear when you put that on.
Here you go.
The Oracle of Light prevented the first from being completely overcome. So the situation may not be completely identical to that of your 13th. But the fact remains that we were able to restore a measure of balance to a world brought to the brink of destruction.
The difference is that we had like Aethernet in the first, and we don't have Aethernet in the 13th, which I feel like is a little telling.
After which,
how is that the difference? It just means you can't teleport around easily.
Thought lost to light.
Well, it's like, you know, Yoshi P is like, this world is a world. So you can move, we have Aethernet in it, you can move around in it.
Oh, you mean how important,
the
world is?
Yeah.
Well, the 13th is
something like that for the player, you know what I mean?
Connor has said 8.0, maybe.
8.0.
Which gives me cause
maybe
to hope
that's
the
what
day
8.0
That's
is
what
about.
he meant.
Springs forth anew in the 13th. Of course, these are only possibilities. I offer no guarantees. But having experienced what we have, I dare say we are more qualified than most to speak on the matter.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would you say these things? As if you mean to... But the sole reason you came to the Void was...
To find a dragon, aye. And in light of what we've seen, we'd be fools to strive for more.
But
Scions,
we're fools.
Scions, begging your pardon, have a habit of
She
not
doesn't
leaving
care.
well enough alone.
She doesn't know what that means.
Those
She doesn't know what a
habits die
scion is.
hard, don't they, my friend?
I like how Estinian butted in immediately to talk about a dragon.
Restoring the light would serve our efforts to find and
Yeah, to find a dragon.
There is no reason not to try.
We'll do our quest first.
Do as you
We'll
will.
free the dragon.
I have no desire to save that world.
Then we'll go to the beach, and then we'll save the 13th.
Be that as it may,
Be that as it
We
may.
will have need of your power when next we face Voidsent.
You know how it works. If you want my help, you must pay my price. And now that you've drawn Golbez's attention, it's going to cost you more.
Okay.
A lot more.
But you don't want to get rid of that asshole?
I will consider this a deposit.
This apple. We did get pizza.
Did we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's some
pizza.
there.
There's pizza. They know how to make pizza in Radzenheim. We don't need to go to Charlian.
Well, yeah, but like they make the best pizza. It's like how my local pizza place makes the best pizza I've ever had. Literally, and I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. I'm looking for someone to overthrow it.
See, I mean, technically, you might be right. Because Charlian, their whole thing is knowledge. But
we have used science to make the perfect pizza.
no, the entire thing is that what is it? That they made the terrible bread. Remember the terrible bread? Because
Yeah.
they were like, well, this scientifically has the most nutrition. And then one guy was like, this is terrible. I'm gonna make the food that scientifically tastes the best instead.
I don't want Huel. I want a hamburger. Is Huel even still around?
From Breaking Bad?
No, like the... What do they call it? The supplement that you drink?
Soylent?
Soylent, yeah. It's one of those.
Huel
You
Babino.
know, streamer food.
Look, a slime that is going away.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
There's a little side quest you can do now that gives you more backstory on the Archfiends.
Oh, okay.
That's what that slime is about. Do you want to
Okay.
do that? Do you
No,
want
I
to do
think
that?
I think I'll continue the main story for now. If you think it's important, put it on the to-do list, but like at the bottom.
It's on the to-do list, but it tells you about like basically once 6.2 was done, you could find out about that and you would learn the backstories of the elemental archfiends, and it's like one quest, you know. It's a little important. Maybe you want to do it.
Can it be done in 15 to 30 minutes? Meanwhile, elsewhere. Sorry,
I
a little
think
less
so.
than that.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Guys. Where's the green one?
I bet he's disappointed.
First Scarmiglione, and now Barbariccia. Useless, the both of them.
I think you took the wrong thing from this.
It was no lie. They conspire with a Memoriat.
And their search for the dragon will lead them here. The war looms.
I'm glad they know what a
nigh.
dragon is now.
We cannot allow these interlopers to interfere.
If I may, my lord, I have a plan to eliminate them. In order to guarantee its success, however, I will require Cagnazzo's cooperation. Now there's sport to be had, then I'll play
What happens when you mix fire and water?
You get
no patience.
you get a fire that was put out and a bunch of water.
Well and good to have confidence, but do not forget the cost of failure.
Rest assured, I will see the dream to fruition. Even should I be consumed by my own flames, I will pave the way for one and all.
Then I will trust in your oath and your plan.
We will give you cause to rejoice, my lord. This I vow.
See, if I were him, I'd be like, by the way, what is your plan? Might as well go over it with me. Maybe he's like, surprise me. Like once the Warrior of Light dies, he can go, well, how did you do it? Wait, do I have that?
Have what?
Hold on.
How does he do it? Okay, well, you're wrong.
No sacrifice is too great. Even should my 4 archfiends be lost, I will not halt my steps.
What about when you reach the end of this platform? You'll fall off.
The prison of passivity is an obstacle to my cause, and so you must fall.
I don't even know what I'm looking at here. It's like a headless guy.
Irony that the blessed damned
There's
should
a guy with a
set
hood.
us free.
Okay, see, I saw shoulders and then like big scarf and then place where head should be. You like sliced the guy's head upward.
That would just be a really big collar then.
As I swore so long ago. The gate lies open. At long
It's Josh.
last, my ambition shall be fulfilled.
He's here.
Hi, Josh. We're about to wrap up. We might do a quest, though. Wrap up for like
See, this guy,
45 minutes.
He's got to go for 45 minutes, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do even more Final Fantasy.
A dog.
It's to do dog job. He has to
Okay, so what's the
take care of
quest?
a dog. Okay. It should be, if you open your map, it's you behind on my stream. I don't have your map open. That Shadowed Past, yes.
Yeah, I was like, that looks correct.
That's the correct one. This will give you backstory on the fiends we've just killed. It's a little bonus content. Makes you smile and you're like, wow, what a fully fleshed out and well-developed game.
Huh? What's
Huh?
that? What's that, pray tell?
That's a lookout spot.
I thought there were spider webs here.
We did a dungeon last night, and then we fought Barbarachia today. And she flew up in the air and punched down with a big hair arm, and we clapped because it was a fun moment.
I just used Menica 2, and it kind
You
of
missed it.
Undid the whole thing. Sad.
You're a misser. You miss things. You missed Nintendo Direct yesterday. You missed this today. You gotta
so
see
sad.
things you can't
I'm
miss.
so sad about the no Toaster Josh Nintendo Direct VOD.
The missing misser.
So mean.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be mean, but I think it's just it's just a like kind of coincidence.
It is written, you are an asshole.
Okay. Chris. Okay, Chris, can you play Baby Mario real quick?
Okay.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Alright, now I can't use this. I have to use this. I read that as miser. I'm Mr. Fail Miser. I'm Mr. Miss. Selenite Void Scent. That looks like a minion. I'm Mr. Cringe. What is the Among Us one? I'm Mr. Vent Crosser. I'm Mr. Imposter. I'm Mr. Sus. I'm Mr. Vent Crosser. I'm Mr. Among Us. Oh, it talks. You were at the castle? You know what do you need help with? There's void scent everywhere. Thank you, Echo. He wants to know why you came here. How to talk to short people. And died. Everyone's so tired of fighting. I mean, can you blame them in that war hell world?
Okay, I remembered how to play it.
That was so loud. Oh yeah.
I messed up again.
It's over.
I haven't played it since December. Yeah, you know?
I wonder why. Together we were strong, apes together strong.
That's my electro house remix. Snow Miser.
You wish to strike a bargain then? Ooh. Let's be an asshole about it. When we were mortals. But it was so long ago. We won't devour anyone, we swear.
They don't need to.
They're probably
just Aether all around.
That's true, but like, I don't know, maybe they might get greedy. But they're kind of like, when they say we swear, is that also a part of their like deal making honesty? When they make a promise, do they have to keep it, or is that conveniently excluded?
Maybe. I don't know.
I love knowledge.
Anyway, the good thing is you beat 6.2. So good job on that.
We'll deal with them by putting all of them in like the ball machine from Mario Pinball Land and pressing them all together into a big ball. All right. There's somewhere around here. Is there one just like in here? That'd be kind of funny. No. Thought they were an NPC for a second. Pokes you, slaps you? What the heck? Oh, sorry, I'm in a cutscene. I would have done something funny. We used to have soldiers. We get a whole cutscene too.
Yeah, that's why I said it was a little important. It gives you little details.
This is the head turn. Alright, we gotta kill this guy.
Yeah, these quests this quest appears after 6.2. That's what the little slime at the end of 6.2 is about. One of the Voidsent crossed over into our world, and he's like, "I'm gonna tell. If you help me, I'll also tell you the backstory of the 4 Archfiends."
Okay, I don't know. I don't think you needed to. Okay, you didn't kill him. Well, okay, well now you're gonna kill. You're gonna Mr. Beast him.
You're gonna Mr. Beast him?
I was buried alive. So they read Dante's Inferno and named him after that? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. Whoa. All right, hold on.
That's the thing, actually. Dante from Dante's Inferno was from 13th.
Where do you think he got the story from? Alright, where am I going now? Oh, adorable. I'll give you 10 gil for the trade. I don't know who this person is.
Do you know who it is?
No.
I bet it's Toaster Josh.
It can't be Toaster Josh. I don't see a toaster anywhere. Is this Toaster? Is this you? What the hell? Slap? Okay, there we go. Baby. I'll do it anyway.
He's slapping you in the chat. It's Toasted
It's
Josh.
surely the same person.
It's the same person.
Where do you get that? Is that a Fall Guys thing?
I think Fall Guys is off right now.
Yeah, but you
No
could
Fall Guys.
still could have gotten it, right?
Yeah, I think it's probably where you can, like, what is it?
Wow, this is like Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door, Chapter 5. All right. Anyway.
Wait, hang on.
What?
1 second.
Hang on.
Just a second.
What, are you coming
Just
here
stay right
so
there.
you can do your Fall
Just
Guys
stay right
emote?
there.
It kind of looks like
Just
you're coming
stay
so
right
you can
there.
do your
Just stay
Fall
right
Guys
there.
emote.
Salted Earth.
I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
I did Salted Earth.
Okay. Anyway, let's continue onward.
Let's continue the quest.
How do, besides like meeting them in the world, how do you like add friends in this game? Is there a friend code like on Nintendo? It's like,
what do you mean?
Because like, you know, I only have 3 friends, but I have a lot more friends who play Final
You
Fantasy 14. So,
Wow, I got a friend request from Toaster Josh. What a great friend request.
we don't know if it's the same person still. It's up in the air.
Okay. No, so you can just right-click people and you add them to your friends list.
Well, no, but I mean like if they're not right there. Like if I were to say like, hey, add me. Here's my code. Do it whenever. Or do you have to say, okay,
if you open the
come
friend
to
list,
Ultros.
okay. So under social, it's the same menu for you. You can see your current party members. You can see your friends list. You can see your blacklist. There is a tab called Player Search. You need to know the player's name, and you type that's why there's first name, last name.
Okay. It can't be first name and then 4 numbers.
No.
It could be some random. The food is fantastic. So true. This reminds me in the 13th when I would eat people.
Well, now I'm watching the stream again. This is gonna be Barbaricia. I'm gonna say
it could be anyone.
Yeah. By the way, Josh, it should be on your map. If you see on the left side, there should be Shadowed Past. That's the quest that we're doing right now. It tells you about the fiends and their funny lives. In fact, they're not funny, though. They're actually kind of tragic.
Knight in Black?
I bet his name is Golbez. No, this is another part of Scarmillion's backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so now I remember how the quest works. There's
Suddenly green hair overflows the screen. It's not his backstory anymore.
No. There is a backstory for him when he's in before the world ended, and then there's a backstory of how we encountered Golbez. This is the 2 for Barbaricia as well. Josh is just doing moves. He's just standing here being a sage now and doing moves. Now he's a different class. I'm just looking at him. Now he's a red mage.
This is like a metaphor for fighting games too, when you think about it.
I've been given Vercure. I'm so healthy. I'm full of healing.
Wow, this is kind of like when, this is kind of like what's happening right now. You're being given power.
I'm being given power. Just like Scarmelion was given power by Golbez in Final Fantasy XIV 6.2. I was able to get my Dark Knight to level 89. If I just get it to 90, I will have all my tanks at 90. Once again, I will be capped out on my cool tanks. He's not out there. We've killed him, actually. He's very dead. Turned into a crystal.
Well, I mean, you know, he could get uncrystalled. What happened to the crystal, incidentally? Do we just leave it there? Seems kind of not smart.
It's a crystal.
Damn it.
That's the best part of the song, do you think?
Yeah. I like...
My favorite part of the song is actually the boop, boop.
Boom, yeah.
That's in the Forest Naval in Pikmin as well, I'm pretty sure that's part of it. Doesn't the Forest Naval have boop?
Yeah.
Wow, wow, boop. It's got boop.
I used to like hate the Forest Naval. I'm like, this area is so like visually boring and confusing and dark and shit. And then I learned to appreciate the music, and I'm like, well, you know, all that other stuff still does kind of suck, but the music is so good.
Yes. My inventory is full of junk. But not as much as you. Josh, do you know the inventory of Christmas 95 and how bad it is? I don't know if you've seen it.
Also, who describes someone as well-bred, weirdo? This reminds me of a girl I knew. What, do you, every time you see a girl, you're like,
yeah,
the ward's airs are coming back. I've heard this story many times before, really.
No, it's not that bad. His is much worse. You will show it the inventory once you're out of this cutscene. That explains Barbaretia.
Is this why she was dressed like that? She's like, I am no noble woman.
Maybe.
What gives? Her hair isn't green. Oh, come on with the thunder, lightning. Ah, I hate you. You killed all my friends and threw their corpses into water. Ugh! You're always like this.
I hate it when that happens.
A knife! No? Wait. An axe. Why is it shaped like that? Oh, I guess it's to cut wheat. It's like, it looks like it's made to gore someone.
Killing type axe.
Arr! Can you get that as a weapon?
No, that's the kind of axe you use if you're a botanist.
Oh, okay. Is that
Sometimes.
the same one?
It's
That's
similar.
funny. I love side quests.
Anyway, Barbaritio became evil. See, even these fine folks
Free as
have
the
not
wind.
played these. They haven't played these side quests, so you are doing a service, and this is exclusive content.
I thought Connor did. Did he not? Force of nature.
Maybe Connor did. Connor probably did, and he's just saying, "Yeah, the side quests are neat."
I don't know. I would prefer an axe that wasn't really shaped like that. If it were to come down to that.
Connor hasn't done these side quests. You are showing exclusive content.
Oh my goodness
It's
me.
great. It's great that I told you to do these.
I mean,
And
we
then
could do that. We could do this all the time. We could exclusively do like the pangs of hunger and a hungry Hems. Are all these about food?
No, those side quests don't have any
Operation Red
cutscenes
Retrieval.
or anything. Those are just like random side quests. They
Well,
don't
but
have
still
cutscenes.
content.
important.
Still enriching content.
No,
Teaches us more
this-
about the world and people around us.
Okay, well now you're kind of taking my words and twisting them to evil
What do you mean?
purposes.
No, but I'm being serious. It would
Are
take
you?
so much. Yes, it would take so much time that like.
No, most of those quests are like, can you get me my 3 dinglings?
Really? Like not even a little bit about the character. 'Cause,
Well,
you
you
know,
get a little
like
bit
they're
because maybe he was like, thanks for these things. I love my wife and she likes them too. And that's what you learn about that character, is that he loves his wife.
All right. Here's what we do, right? We
You have to
do
leave.
every well, I'll finish this. It's fine. We do every single side quest, and then we rank them
No.
on terms of
No.
satisfaction and fulfillment, so that the rest of the Final Fantasy XIV player base can get all the good stuff. Someone's done that before, right? Probably.
Here's a good rule of thumb. If the side quest has an image when you click on it, if it has a picture in the preview window, that means it's got
Okay, but what if
substance.
there's some really good ones that don't have pictures? We can't know for sure until we do them.
Those ones people probably have mentioned online and said, this one's pretty good.
All right, Evan, I have a new mission for you.
What?
Find out the importance of every single quest from what people have said on the internet.
No.
Wings to soar among the clouds, fly like the birds. Well, I can fly too. I can't believe I don't remember the name of that YouTube poop. The one with I am mean. You're just a little smarty, and then there's a smarty changing the channels.
We're caught up on Hildebrand. Up
No,
to
we're not.
Endwalker. You did Stormblood Hildebrand.
Yeah.
But you haven't done Endwalker.
And then he went to another dimension, which is obviously the first. But then he didn't, actually. Whoops.
Because he wasn't in Shadowbringers. But those other Hildebrand quests have already been done from A Realm Reborn to Stormblood, and you can catch them on youtube.com/Christmas95.
They'd be quite difficult to find unless I did the thumbnails properly. Was I even doing thumbnails back then?
They will all have thumbnails, except for the ones that were Gavin's uploads because you weren't streaming. That's when we were trying to play the game simultaneously.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. Her silky, flowing locks. Uh-oh, she's imprisoned again. Hey, it's me, the coolest guy ever. Wait, not yet. Hey, it's me, the coolest guy ever. He's just giving shit away. This guy's like the Santa Claus of the 13th.
There was the Hildebrand Easter egg in Shadowbringers.
Okay.
That's correct. If you sometimes when you do the
if you're
dungeon,
if you look in the cutscene, you can see him in the Space Colony Arc for a moment. I desire a PS5. So
I'm being
sorry.
traded with. I got a heart chocolate.
What is this link? This is why she moves her domain. I get it now.
I will also give you 10 gil. And now I'm gonna eat it. Josh said that characters with green hair are evil, but his character has green hair.
Well, I mean, you know, there are many kinds of characters with green hair when you think about it. This doesn't really seem like freedom, by the way. Like, he's probably like a pretty okay boss, I guess, but like still being under him and then commanding an army, like having that responsibility, that doesn't seem very freeing at all. I don't know, maybe she can do whatever the hell she wants with it. Kind of spoiled, like a rich girl, right?
Yeah.
Certainly love to try flying in one of those flying whales that you have.
You do have the flying whale.
So is there like another set of these for the other two after I do the other patches? Okay. Uh-oh, spoilers. We take care of both of them.
Didn't they just say we were both... Didn't they just say both
well,
of them
yeah,
were
but
gonna
I don't know.
come attack us
Maybe
next time?
they would be so powerful that it would take 2 patches to take them out.
I didn't say we take them out either. What if we just get the backstory and they're still alive?
I'm sure they decided to do it posthumously for the other two. It's possible though, I guess. We set the precedent that we're sending backstory now, and you kind of know who those guys are. Well, not really though. I guess we have to see them, and the only way we're gonna see them and see what they do and how they act is in a fight. So, well, they could flip the script a little. I'm not gonna say it was great.
Now Connor is here. I'm enjoying just standing here and watching the stream though.
I don't like how all their animations are the same. It's scary.
They're very synchronous. They're the same person.
I guess it makes sense in a way. Now, are you going to be offset? Yes, you are.
Oh, his animation is now different. Mario Party minigame, which one is the right one? Type moment where he's got a different animation speed.
There's still more of us. Give them dog treats. Well, we're gonna have to find them later.
Later today.
Later. But both in progress sense and in time sense. I'll get back to the main quest, and then that'll be the stream for now.
45 minutes, about, give or take.
I should probably like also stop by somewhere just to get a big lunch so I'm not hungry while streaming. So maybe I'll do that after the dog as well. Have a lunch, be like about an hour, maybe a little more. Who knows? Who knows? But that's the plan. Thank you for joining, and we will continue our Final Fantasy 14 adventure.
Tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah,
Keep
it's
a
Final
lookout.
Fantasy 14 Wednesday. Everyone knows this.
It's Final Fantasy 14 Wednesday for everybody.
Yippee!